Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Welcome everybody, guys. As we have promised yesterday, let's take a look at the euro currency. Although we think that it's not really very interesting right now, not really attractive for the short-term trading, I mean the daily chart and the intraday charts, still we will put some comments here on the euro currency. In general, guys, shortly speaking, euro currency is forming very contradictory patterns and behavior, and situation here looks really blur because it stands under the double pressure. From the one side, it stands under pressure from the Greece decision, and the situation in overall develops not in very positive direction. On the second stage, market, I mean euro currency, stands under the pressure of the Fed decision. So the comments from the Fed could be really very significant, and this also could bring the direction to the euro currency. Meantime, this consolidation, from the one point of view, could be treated as the bearish sign because market is forming ABCD pattern. Downward retracement already has started. Market has reestablished the upward action, and this CD leg was really fast. You can see that's really fast acceleration here. Here market has met the overbought at the monthly pivot resistance. This retracement down was normal, but what has happened after that? After the fast rebound, here market suddenly has stopped. Shows the minor wash and rinse return at the big down, and after this solid thrust up, market wasn't able to hit the minor 618 target of this ABCD pattern. That's not really good sign for the bulls on the euro currency. This looks suspicious and bearish. So this is not normal behavior when market stops just a few pips lower than 618 target and turn to some calling, when it stands not at overbought, not at oversold, not at some resistance, and already after the reaction on this resistance, after the respect of this resistance, when this bounce down, market suddenly has stopped and turned to some coil. It means that market stands in decision and just wait for some solutions. And one of them is of course the Greece problem. So market right now is driven not by some technical issues, not by technical analysis, technical factors on the market, but some real big news as the Greece debt and the Fed comments probably in the short-term perspective. From the another point of view, trend holds bullish, as you can see here. Market stands above the monthly pivot point and is calling below the resistance. So that could be treated as the preparation for the possible upward breakout. That also could happen, and we can't exclude it totally, because from that point of view you can see this really very contradictory conclusions could be made here, and it's very difficult to treat the overall action as in the one direction. So it could be treated from the different point of view and differently. That's why we think that it's not really good time right now for trading on the euro currency. The one thing that we could say is that euro currency is uncomfortable for trading on the daily and intraday charts, but on the monthly chart, for example, euro currency shows the clear pattern. We mean the bullish engulfing, and until these lows will hold, this pattern will be valid. If you trade on the long-term time frame charts, you could hold the long position until market will not move below these lows. Also, guys, as we already have mentioned, the fact that market stands below this top keeps the door open for possible butterfly sell here. Sorry, butterfly buy with the downward action and the creation of the new lows. That's also possible. That's why this consolidation is some kind of the indecision, and very difficult to say definitely whether this is bullish or bearish sign, because it carries the both issues of some moments could be treated as the bearish, some moments could be treated as the bullish. On the intraday charts, on the 4-hour time frame chart, approximately the same situation. From the first point of view, you could see that market is forming the rising wedge pattern. That is theoretically should be the bearish moment. This market, the upside pressure becomes weaker as market forms the wedge. But from the another point of view, market has inner butterfly potential that could lead market at least to complete this ABCD target. So market could form the minor butterfly and hit this target finally. It's around 1450 area. That's also is possible. Approximately the same we could say on the hourly chart. Recall what we have said previously, that market could form the double top pattern. We have discussed this when the market forms this wash and rinse. Recall our analysis here. We said market has formed the wash and rinse. That's typical for the double top, and this really could happen. So market could form the double top. But suddenly, market hasn't continued to move right to this neckline, but stopped and turned to the upside action in some channel, as you could call it, in the flag pattern, something of that sort. That also looks bullish because market hasn't completed the double bottom top pattern. This is some sort of the not quite failure of this pattern, but it's not typical action for the bearish development. Stopped and turned to the upside. From the another point of view, if market will break this down, this flag down, and will reach final this area, we could say that yes, this could be the double top, but the second top is a bit wider than the first one. Okay, but this really could happen. So you can see that this really blur situation on the euro currency. It's not really interesting for the trading right now. This market is very choppy and sloppy. You can see that's a lot of overlapping candles. So the recent action, for example, was drop on the negative Friday's Grace decision. On the next week, in the beginning of the week, the Monday market has accelerated higher, but failed to move higher and jumped lower and erased all this repairing action that was happened previously. Now it again turns to the upside. Some kind of the really fluctuations, not really interesting for the trading. That's why we think that our conclusion on the euro currency, that until market won't get any clear solution for Greece problem, at least for the short-term perspective, and until market won't get the Fed comments, hardly we will get the new direction here. Market will stand in decision, just wait. That's why we think that that's particularly the reason why we have shifted yesterday and previously on the Canadian dollar analysis, on the Great British Pound analysis, and that's why we trying to, if you could call it, avoid to make the comments on the euro currency, because it's not very interesting and it doesn't bring any particular setups for the trading. That's why we're shifting mostly to the another currency right now. But since the euro currency is our major currency for analysis, we have to make the updates from time to time, and if even it's not very interesting right now. So let's see what will happen today. On the Fed statement, maybe market finally will make the decision and make some action either above the previous top, or if it will move lower and drop, that probably will open the door for the bearish scenario.